Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. This is Jeffrey the Wanderer, the captain speaking. Speaking from my birthday ship. Anyways, getting ready to go on 3, 2, 1. Hi, how you guys doing? This is a little awkward. I was getting ready to stream. I was making a few errands before stream, but somehow car has my car has pretty much got not towed, but pretty much like had something wrong with it. So while I was driving it, I was trying to get something, basically just new set pair of underwear, until I got like a strange smelling come out my car. I was a little freaked out. Like, this was the first time I have anything happen with this car that was shot fumes, and so I had to stop, get the car towed, and stay at the shop so they could check out, see what's going on. Like, nothing, like, I'm fine, nothing bad, but it's like it was a hell of a day to happen on my birthday. I wasn't like super stressed. I was like, I had this vehicle for a very long time. It was very old. It's like I had since like I was in high school, and I usually taking places where I need to go, where I want to go, that sort of thing. And it was, I know it's like running really old, like years old. But yeah, that's kind of it from there. Then my dad went to I had to borrow me for a while for birthday presents. I was out there trying to get underwear. He got me more clothes. So I'm really thankful for that. I was going to spend time here, but I am spending time right now. But I had spent a little time with him because I haven't talked or done anything special with him. So like, I was actually very thankful to actually do that for a little bit, even though like about an hour and 15 minutes late. But anyways, how you guys doing? How y'all doing, everyone? That's kind of my day for today. What I want to do, and this is not like some sort of super challenge. It's just basically just me more like it's just me just messing around with the Unreal for 5.4, and a few things that pretty much that actually just came out with it. It's like, with 5.4, they have motion matching animation, product ready for release. Then they have a new retargeting system. Although I think the retargeting system they have right now is like works fine, but I guess it works better. And they did something else with a procedural content generation. Alongside was they also made they also made stuff like 50%, like 50% faster on CPU, and on GPU like 20% faster. So for me, I'm not. I'll be honest. I may be a programmer. I might do a lot of code stuff, but I don't know a lot behind the graphical part. I just basically just make the thing happen. Try and make it go move smooth and that sort of thing. So right now I'm pretty much I'm looking at this. I want to try to use some of these elements that are already in here. Try to learn that. and work with the procedural content generation, and just see how it goes, how that flows, that sort of thing. So one thing I'm pretty much gonna have to do, I'm looking into, is like the motion matching animation. So far, I don't have any animations per se I can use. They haven't released their project with it has 500 animations for free for us to use. So I'll be trying to I'll try to get some animations from somewhere. And I know actually where I'm gonna grab them. In my library. Or I actually have stuff of things I've been accumulating for years. So problem is, I have to look through almost all of them and try to see which animation seems to be the best to use. Actually, no. I don't need to do that. I actually already fell on one thing. One animation I want to use is the open world M set. And all I'm just basically going to do is actually just grab this, and there's another one I also want to grab as well. Actually, there's actually two. There's actually another one I could probably grab as well. I was thinking about it. They did something about the motion. They did something about the motion graphics. So I'm going to try grabbing another character. I just don't know which one. Let me try. You know what? Quick question. Has this been updated since 5.3? Yes, it has been updated since 5.3. I can go with this one. I mean, I could go with this one, but there's also the case of I want to try the PCG. Although I'm pretty much going to end up learning how to use the PCG right then and there. Actually, hold on a second. I could probably do better than that. This is going to be probably based on outside. And the animation I have is like basically human. I mean, it's basically gonna be like we're going around the world. Of course, I'm also being just very picky of what I pick. Yep, I'm grabbing you. Wait, this hasn't been updated. I'm gonna grab you. You hasn't updated. 5.3. And this and one more thing I want to try to grab. I think I'm gonna grab since it's gonna be outside. I want to try to grab some environment that can work with PCG. I mean, there's plenty out there right now. I don't want to try to grab anything that's like it may have buildings, because I don't know how good PCG is with building. All I know is like from what they show, they have like things that's very good for outside environment. And let's see. So know, for starters, I want to try to go for heck procedural nature. Procedural nature. No. RUC last time. Tropical Jungle Pack. You might work. But I want to try to see if there's one more. Although I sell with sell is one thing, I haven't sell with what I haven't really sell with another. Basically, all I'm doing right now is gonna be effing around with 5.4. And that's gonna be the whole stream. That's me effing around. For series, for this one, this is basically like I call this basically the session like game dev and stuff. So it's more like just me doing game dev and just messing around in game dev, or just working on a project that I've been working for a while and just going on my day doing that. Yeah, it's more of a, this one's gonna be more of a casual. Not too super serious. Not to be super kind of thing type of session. I say streaming session. Although I'm thinking, oh wait, Monitor Lost Ruins. I think I've seen you before. I haven't met. I could mess with you, but I want to look for. Yeah, I want to do anything with my with that right now. Precision biome. Have I? Have unique trees, not unique stuff. A lot of it is like realistic force packs. I was really just hoping for cliffs. That comes with the force pack. Of course, I must be probably being picky. Like really picky. Okay, Starlight Desert. Okay, I'm gonna have to, I pick one. Desert or forest? Desert or forest? Which one? I'm thinking. You know, if I'm going with what they're showing me, it's most likely just forest stuff. I'm just going to go with the forest stuff and see how that goes. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty much new to. Although I touched PvG a little bit, I'm still completely new to it. I haven't really touched PvG yet that much. This might be my, not say that the first time, but mostly this is gonna be a time I'm actually just going around just messing with it. Cause I know, I know PvG is PvG stands for procedural content generation. I know it's like it seems powerful. It seems pretty cool, and it allows you to create biomes really quickly. without trying to painstakingly trying to do it by hand. I'm assuming. Okay, maybe not doing it by hand, but probably doing it by painting on a painting on a mesh and trying to get a good feeling of behind it. You know, I'm heading. You know, I'm gonna start with the meadows. Let's see what goes there. Because this, the meadows really looks pretty nice. It looks like it has something of what probably will want to use for procedural, for just proceduralism for PCG itself. So let me go. I'm gonna add this one. Go ahead and show all. We just want to preview. Give me 5.3. And I think that's all. I think that's all three of them. Now I'm not. So the way the way I have it right now, I think the character that the animation, all that kind of stuff. I think it is. If I remember, yeah. It's all in C++, all C++ code. And I think if this, I'm assuming that this is 5.4. They might have already done out with the key input. Oh, this is the editor preference. What am I doing there? Assets manager, assets tools. No, input's there. It's still there. It's still deprecated. Okay then. So right now, so basically right now, I'm basically being able to just run do this in code. Although I think there we go. That most of the code will be right out here, so I can go in here and edit and changes, that sort of thing, and just go from there. And not only that, I think it also just does. What is this? Import all? Sure. Import all. I'll work out with the kinks later, but I think what I want to try to do is just basically just mess around. So this one just only has a basic animation. It doesn't have the proceduralism in there itself. But I have looked up online a bit and just to see where the animation comes. It's basically coming from. So let me check it real quick, and I'll hit right on it. And the first thing I want to try to do is like the motion match. I have the animations. I have the animations for it since I actually imported them. So I'm thinking of me using this. And I think on the start. Let me see if I can. If I can try taking the aisles from these and see about their retarget animations. Here's okay. So here we go. Here's our source mesh. This is one, and the one I'm going to end up using, I believe, it's just going to be. one, the Kumi skin. I think just one. Okay. Did not have the. Oh, it has it, all right. All right. Ready to export. Set animation to export. Select animation to export. Okay. Wait, is this the? Okay, that's interesting. What animation? What animation am I grabbing? I think I'm. Oh, I guess we're actually grabbing from this. Grabbing from here. Okay, okay, okay. I mean, one thing note: the hands are very weird. Like, if I can pause the animation right now, like. If I look, once it's being imports, like the hands are being very freaky. I think it's because these type of retargeting animations. It's basically just for they're not actually there to just make the these type of retargeting is not. It's just basically just to make it get a quick animation from it. It's not there to actually just be getting an exact animation, because if I was going to get exact animation, the hands would not be this freaky. That will mean I have to create my I will have to go out of my way to create my own. Fortunately, I know how to do that. I'm going to just create a folder called preview. Name this asset. NM. And we're going to. They have it. Oh, they have it. They break it down. RTG. That's why I wanted to name it. Manny to Pink. Manny to Pink Girl. And right now we only have the retargeting of this. We don't quite have. It doesn't quite have the target. Matter of fact, I think Manny doesn't have the target IK targeting. So I had to make that. I think I had to make that one for this Manny here. Unless they somehow went out of their way and make a retargeting. No, they haven't. I think all I had to do for this is create a IK rig. And need a couple of solvers. I think all I need from this is just, I think, pull by IK. It needs the root. This would be the retarget root. Solver. We're going to use the and as a. Actually, real quick, it's gonna be forward hand to new chain. We set a new chain and have a goal. You're going to grab clavicle, so left clavicle. And for this one, we're going to add change to the index. Like, yeah, this dude, this knows already. I'm already over the moon. I don't have to name these things. They name them for me. Like, what is this? I know this man doesn't have a meta couple for their fingers. That's like on the UE5, they have a meta couple. So I'm gonna deal with that. I'm gonna have to deal with what I have right now. Let's go ahead and just do chain. We're gonna name this right. Add chain. I need to go back to this and rename this to clavicle. With the CL, it's CLE, not CAL. So let me go into the right hand. We're going to make a chain, and I'll give it chain and goal. And we'll go do the same thing here. Add chain. We're not gonna, all we're going to add for these is just add chain. We don't need to add a goal for the index. Ring, add chain, thumb, add chain. There we go. And I think for the neck, wait. I think for the neck and head, we're probably going. You might need them. You probably will need it. You probably not. Let me think about it. Let me move these clavicles at the moment. Do I need? I don't think I need it. So what I'm going to basically do is add a chain for head, and I think that should be it for it. Now thigh to half foot. That's will be our left leg. There we go. The engine just knows things. Wait. Let me just redo that. We need a chain go for that. And for clavicle to foot, we need chain go for that. There we go. And I think for root, I don't need to do it, but I'm just gonna add chain for root. And I don't think I need everything else other than IK foot. I know it's like, I think it's what like very old, maybe old school, but I think they have it in the Unreal UE5 for many twin. But I think this is what I need for the for U. Now for the next one, I need to go back into Pink Girl, and this need to go to this mesh. Need to go to escape. We'll go, and all we're gonna do right now is just make a IK brick. And we're going to just do the same. And we're going to do the same thing here again. Full body IK. We're missing a root. The help is going to be our retarget root, and we are going to. There's a lot here that I pretty much have to be careful, because I'm seeing root pan waste a lot. So I think all I need. I think all I'm gonna do is like this. I'm going to focus on the spine. Let's start with missing root bone, and our root bone I think is like this is like this after solver. I think I already got that taken care of. Now this one needs goals. starting with the clavicle. We're just it's gonna be like the same thing as before. We're just going to call this left clavicle. It doesn't need a goal. It just need to be said, you are the clavicle. Upper arm, lower arm, hand. This is gonna be our arm. And this one's gonna need a goal. And for these, we're gonna add this chain, 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 chain. That's it. Lower arm twist, clavicle. I'm just gonna need for you name. Just need the chain. It's called this. Called this clavicle. Edit and just and just going down the root. Chain, 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 neck and head. We're just gonna do a chain as well because we don't need to do anything crazy with it. And I don't need to do anything with the twin tails, eyes. I don't think I need to worry about the eyes at all because Many has no eyes and mouth to work with. Alright, next up is the thighs. Where's Bugger has a thigh, calf, foot. Make this the right leg. Nothing. Wait, actually, now think about it. Hold tight for a second. I know I need the chain for this. I haven't really actually. You know what I haven't done. Let me go back to the menu real quick. This is my bad. I haven't actually put a chain for the ball because I didn't think I need a chain for the ball. I'll just call it left ball. I'll do the same here. Because usually for animations, you get IK, FK for your left arm, right arm, left leg, right leg, and usually in IK for the legs, it's just usually from thighs to the foot. When I mean by foot, I mean the ball of the foot. Right at the ankle area. That's where you do the rotation. That's for the IK for the leg. For the foot, there's only there's a bit of IK for it there. Usually just from the ankle of the foot to the usually to the ball of the foot. It's not really much there. So I'm just gonna do it for this mannequin. I'm just gonna do it for, and I'm also gonna do it for Kirumi. And because I just want to find out, because although they have like retargeting that pretty much just works, there's something weird. There was something weird and funky happening with the hands, and I want to try to at least get that straightened out. Left, no, this is right. This is right. All. Add chain there. And let me actually put up a new chain. Call this left ball. And just add chain there. And I think that's mostly it. Yeah, if I go a little farther, I'm not gonna get where I need to go. So let me go back here and let me go to my mannequin. It's this one right here. And I'm gonna just move this target. I'll move the source mesh to. Okay, that's not working. That's not working here. And the target. Okay, maybe I should move the target around. There we go. And this should be able to do its thing. All right. So let's see. Right ball, right ball. Just basically word for word. All right. Let's see if it actually works. Okay, real quick. There was like a weird animation that was working with. I was doing some thumbs. Let's see. I just want to keep an eye on it real quick. Okay, I think there is good news that the hands are not being funky. Maybe. Might be wrong. Hold on a second. No. I'm completely wrong. There is still some funkiness happening with the hands. Okay, brain. I know I'm smart. How do I solve this? One thing for sure, I can't solve it through here. Transition alpha, rotation alpha. That's not what we want. That's not what we want here. Matching. Yeah. No. Globally scale. Oh my god, the figures have been just absolute. Nope. So none. 1-to-1. 1-to-1 reverse. None. So basically, this rotation just okay. Disable no IK goal. Should fingers have IK goals? Now thinking about it, I don't think so. I don't really think so. They need IK goals, but I'm here to mess around. So let's mess around. Assign a goal. Just no. If you're here, coming here for understanding of learning, I'm basically just learning as with you. I know a few things, but sometimes I don't. Yes. No. Just that. Where's the goal? Start with the IK goal for the left hand, just to see if that actually works. save and let's go back. Let's go back to here. Let's just look at the animation. That's stop. Okay. Clapping hands probably not gonna work. Also, real quick, and it's kind of bugging the hell out of me right now. I want to hide the IKs. They had the way, they had a certain way where they have the, oh wait, is it in global? Oh, here it is, asset. And I want to hide the gold because I couldn't see anything happening with the hand. And we found the hands, and there's something wrong with there's something wrong with the left hand. There's something wrong with the left hand. It's like busted. It's like so busted right now. Let's go to the left thumb. Okay, okay. It can't be IK, it has to be FK. It has to be FK. It can't be IK, it has to be FK. Okay. Okay, so what if all matching? Okay, that explains the hand fuckery. I'm assuming it's because it was pole matching at that time. Okay, so okay, so I was right the first time. We don't really need the IK to IK the hand, the finger. We just need FK the finger. That's it. So it's looking so it looks weird. I ain't gonna lie, it looks very, very weird. I mean, if I look at the pinky right now, it's like there's something wrong with the pinky. If I change the rotation alpha of the pinky, it just looks like this. Yes, I am on using 5.4. Right now, I'm pretty much just kind of effing around with some of the features. Currently, I had I was able to see what they have cooked up. So if I go to their where is it? If I go to the animation, the open world animation, and it's like pick an animation. Say this one, and I go to retarget animation, and I go to and I retarget this mesh with this one, and I just select a mesh, and see his animation. You see retargets real easily without the retarget assets. This one's basically just be able to retarget animations real quickly. But what I noticed from it is that there's some weird, there's usually some weirdness coming out from the hand for this character. Then again, I'm looking at it now, like everything seems fine. I might be full, maybe delusional. Victory. Like right here. Like there's something wrong with his thumb. It was like it's like come out very long and elongated. That's sort of shit. Yeah, that's what I'm looking right now. That's what I'm kind of looking right now. That's just it doesn't work. You have to move it manually. I think that's what I'm doing right now. Unless you mentioned about moving it manually, meaning I have no clue what do you mean by that? Like, do you like actually go into mesh yourself and actually move it with it? That's where I'm at. My K retargeter. Oh wait, I'm being an idiot. I mean this one. Wait. I think it'd be more behavior right now. Like, I know this is the IK. This is the IK retargeter, I think. Oh, that retargeter. I was on there already. Oh wait. Oh wait. I know exactly what you're talking about. You want me to edit? You want me to edit retargeting stuff? I don't actually. I'll be honest with you. I think I wasn't sure what right now, but now I understand what you're talking about. And I'm looking at it. I'm already afraid because I'm not sure how to actually successfully retarget retargeted hands one to one. Maybe if I just change the arm, that this could work. Top left. I know what you're talking about. Hold on a second. I'm already at the thing where I can add the pose. Right. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Real quick. Let me get bones all haired. Okay. Starting off, the dex. Okay, it kind of explains why the thumb's a little elongated. Does it? Hold on a second. definitely explains why the hands are a little messed up. What if I can go? Yeah, I can go to the source. I want to see. It's look at position. It just right now I'm seeing is these point out the axis point out. Excuse me, axis point out. These pointing outward towards me, and Y is pointing up. This one. Okay, it's basically it's the same. All right, awesome. So the angles are the same. The axis is the same. So I shouldn't have no issue with the axis going around being weird. Real quick. I'm not gonna think about looking around with it. I'm not gonna worry. I think I'm not gonna mess with it. At least right now. At least I know. I'm looking. At least I know that I have to mainly adjust these things sometimes if things are not going well. But right now, I just don't. Right now, I don't want to look at. I don't want to think about it. I just actually want to retarget the animations for right now. Wait, what the? Do I also have to get the spine as well? All right. Auto regenerate. Wait. Auto regenerate. When true, the system will attempt to generate a IK retargeting compatible. Wait a second. Let's just get every retarget export every animation. The export retarget asset and just use Unreal Preview animation. Let's make a new folder just called retarget. And we'll just export. And this thing's just all retarget. Just like that. I didn't have to do all the retargeting stuff myself. Oh my god, I wasted time. It's just all retargets. They just have all retargeting. What the hell am I doing? Okay, so for this, it has all retarget animations. All right, cool. Then let's see about exporting animation. This one I could pretty much just name these things. I want to put A in there. I want to, and that's kind of about it. I want to use a source. Wait, use the source path. Oh yeah. New folder. Bake animation. Bake anim. And just use that. Overwrite existing files. We don't have any existing files right to retarget, so we'll just go export it, just like that. Oh my god! I did a bit. I did the IK retargeting stuff. No, I just get the I did the IK stuff, and I didn't know it has an auto generate retargeter already made. Shows why no learn. Anyways, it's just right now it's just doing this thinking and baking and all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of animation for it to go through. So this might take a while. Excuse me as I annoy y'all with my popping sound with the there's a cat. Alright, now it's duplicating the animations. And okay, they should be renaming something animation with A. I'm seeing some retargeting animations with A anim. That's the rename thing. Awesome. And we're at it's thinking, and all the big animations. Cool. Every animation for the grill here. Oh, okay, awesome. Let me actually get rid of the hierarchy. Close this. Let's see. Okay, looking at this and look at the aiming and poses, it's not right. Okay, I am not smart enough to figure that a little bit out. But if I am ever going to try to do with aiming or animations, I would definitely need to actually adjust that in the future. Whenever I'm doing animation, whenever I'm doing retargeting and animations like that, like this. But the retargeting, it can all create retargeting. I mean, we don't have to do a lot. We don't have to do a lot of stuff for this retargeting. We just need if we need animation from something that we have made, we just need to click the animation that we made for that mesh, select the other mesh you want to target to, and just retarget the animation there, and then also create the animation for the retargeter, which I'll be honest, it kind of speeds up. It does speed up the process, but of course, as I saying for like the strafe, for the aiming strafe, there's going to be some things we're going to have to adjust to get the aiming to look right. Also, something wrong with the test area. So all in all, it works. Mostly. Okay. That case. Let me actually go ahead and get the animation. All I really want is the movement animation. The walk, the idle, the walk, and the run. And because I also want, because one thing I want to try to do, or maybe try to learn at the moment, is this motion matching animation. all I did is did the retargeting system, where where they just allow you to recreate a it allows you to have the machine auto create the retargeting stuff. So real quick, I'm just going to actually go into the pink girl. That's because I'm using that, and I don't think this character has it does have its own. I'm going to try to make my own though, and see, I'm assuming you just need an animation blueprint. And I think I'm going to have to figure that part out later. I mean, no, figure this part out right now. The motion stuff. I know for a fact that for the motion animation, what's basically used right now is basically just if you have a lot of animation that's basically focused on a lot forward, backward, left and right movement, and there's also some animation for like forward to left, forward to right, backward left, backward right. That you want the machine to basically learn how the animation goes. Like if you're running forward, and suddenly you want to turn right. You want the animation to pick the animation you set up for it to do that sort of animation. And from there, we want to try to so from there we want to go from there. However, I am not smart enough, even though I'm interested, not smart enough to do it. So I'm actually going to just look up online and see what's special about I think what's special about it, but how to actually execute. Unreal Engine 5 motion matching. A motion matching tutorial. I'm not sure we have a motion matching tutorial right at the moment, but there are people that have messed with this. So real quick, I don't have sound playing. Question is, do we actually need those plugins right now? Animation warping. Okay. Motion track 3. Experimental. And the pose search. Okay. Restart now. Stay selected. Look at a lot to save. Or I should save at the moment. I could save. I'm not. I don't think I need to worry about it too much. I'll say like one thing I don't think about, like I've been using UE4 and UE5 a lot. One thing that pretty much I want to try to do this is because I want to see if I could see if there's gonna be most that can do. Like one thing I definitely will probably use is the new retargeting, especially with the one that allows it to all retarget. Which, by the way, I'll be honest with you, I didn't read, I didn't think it that was a thing. I just opened the project. I looked into what's new, and try to go from there. Hopefully the things will pop up that I didn't notice. Which one of them is that? I didn't notice that. Somewhere out there, the dev is just screaming at me. It's like, we have this now. Speaking of which, I wonder what I want to say right now. It says like usually my brain's usually empty when I do these kind of things. Like I don't think I just do. I just hopefully I get something that does the thing, and it crashed. Standard restart, and you crash. But wait, it opened twice? Let me just close this down. There we go. Okay, but anyways, we have the animations we need ready, I think. Which is animation warping. It is. Let me look at the other one. Wait, is it called? Wait, animation warping, motion warping? Which one is it? I'll go where you want to. Is it both of them? Okay. I don't think I need to look at motion warping. It's like I just noticed it. It's like, why is it called? Why does one called animation warping and another one called motion warping? I'm sorry. I'm just kind of looking at it, like, what's the big difference between those two? Because I thought they're the same thing. All right. What's next? Okay. So we're gonna start with the empty. We're gonna start with the empty animation. So let me go and get rid of Quinn. Let me actually grabbing this character and next grab the APP. And with this should just do basic F all. Okay. Cool. Real quick. Usually I'm a dumbass on all things, especially coming streaming. Actually, make sure I'm able to see all these. There we go. What else? Yeah, I got that. Wait a second. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. We know for a fact the animations, like for this one, we don't want this to rotate. We have to get we want to have it move looking forward, I think. Or looking forward. So we're going to look at character movement, and we're going to into his rotation settings, I think. This I've done this before. And I think we're just doing orient. Okay. Following tutorial. All right. This, and wait. Rotation rate is 270. Maybe I should probably not skip. Maybe I should probably not skip over all these things. Okay, it was just set. We'll just set to 270. Okay, so he has said. So he said already. Now if I just do let's do this. Now we have it here. We just face the sword. Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. Character trajectory. Character. Yeah, character trajectory. Take that off. What is that?
Working with in this video.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and compile and save. And now let's take a look at the animation blueprint that we'll be using. I'm going to be building this off of the mannequin animation blueprint, the animation blueprint. That is the default one used in the third person template.
I'm not.
In its current state is what it is when you first open the project. However, I have cleared out some of the logic from the animation graph, leaving the control rig, which handles
Okay, so looking at this, looking at what we said, he's going to basically just he's just going to basically use this in the, that came with Manny. So I had to set up the. Do I really need the velocity and ground speed? And the ground speed set to. You know what? I actually just look at Manny already. I mean, I already have it. While by wasting while by just looking at wasting time, just why just look at what I have right now. Character, mannequin, animation, Manny. And I don't have my Pink Girl yet. Just need to get the mesh. And I think I need to get the PPP. All I'm basically going to do right now is copy from what Manny had. We're going to event initialize animation. The character basically is a character. It should be coming out from character because all the character has the character movement, including the movement component. We are going to do some basic things like this. We're going to convert to get validated. Just make sure this character is valid. And on this, do is copy and paste. Here. If check is valid. And great velocity, get the ground speed. Okay, so a move, it'll give me the ground speed. It's going to get. Let's go get the should move and get check is falling. All right. Cool. And so far from here, he only has like a control rig. So if I'm go, let's see. And I think that's not as almost it, but let's see. Set initial transform from mesh and control rig class. Wait a second. Control click. This is already made for this man. This is already made for this mannequin. So I'm assuming the boolean is actually being called from here and being exposed. Called should do IK trace. Oh, that's where that's where the trace where they do the foot animation. Okay. Looking at this, I'm not gonna worry. I am not going to worry about that. I now thinking about this. Probably will probably have this set up differently, but why is this thing without it? Worry about it later. Right now, we're just gonna actually go come up just completely clean. Okay.
Animation blueprint. That is the default one used in the third-person template. The event graph in its current state is what it is when you first open the project. However, I have cleared out some of the logic from the animation graph, leaving the control rig, which handles leg IK, and this default slot for playing back animation montages, though we won't be covering that or using that in this video.
Why do we have it?
So, before we start building out our animation graph, this is going to clear out any up and down vertical velocity from the character, and this is just a good way to isolate the horizontal plane motion of the character for usage in further calculations related to ground movement character locomotion. I'll go ahead and make this a new variable, which I'm going to name velocity 2D. Next, I'm going to get the character movement component. I'm going to drag out from it, and I'm going to call the get current acceleration function, which returns a vector.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get that started. Let's see. Is this velocity multiplied by 1 by 1 by 0? This is just make sure that we get the x and y. Promote this to. I'll just call this cell 2D. This needs to be just pointing out down here. Then we want the motion component, and we want to get the, we call it get current acceleration. Okay. Wait a second. I actually paused there. I'm wanted to see what else I need. I'm going to
promote this vector to a new variable named acceleration. Now, the character movement component is a weird name for this variable, which is called acceleration. It isn't acceleration though, at least not in a physical sense of velocity over time. The way the character movement component moves a character is something like this. It takes in an input vector and it gives it a magnitude that's a result of a function that takes in the max acceleration rate and max acceleration values determined in the settings of the character movement component. This acceleration, each frame is then applied to increase the character's velocity, and the velocity is capped by the max walk speed float variable. So we can reach a constant velocity value that corresponds with the max is great in art, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with velocity. I did not mean to click promote variable there. I meant to multiply this by a value of 1 on the x and y axes and 0 on the z axis, and promote that to a new variable, which is going to be named acceleration 2D. Now I'm going to plug everything in together. Now there are a few more variables we'll need for our locomotion setup. We'll need 2 float variables, and these are going to be called locomotion angle underscore VEL for velocity. I'm going to change this type here to a float, and the second one is going to be named locomotion angle underscore ACCEL for acceleration. And
so one locomotion for one float locomotion for velocity, another one for acceleration. All right. Motion. Velocity. Float. Locomotion. Excel.
These float values are going to be derived from our 2D velocity and our 2D acceleration respectively. But what is a locomotion angle? Well, it's a useful metric when using locomotion systems and building locomotion systems that corresponds with a angular range of -180 to +180. It describes the direction of the character's movement relative to the facing of the camera along the horizontal plane. So here, I'm going to move to the left, and this is going to be a value of -90. If I backwards, negative 180, or positive 180. And this is backwards relative to the camera, not relative to the world. If I move forwards, this is 0. If I move right, this is 90. So as we can immediately add it into our graph. No prior setup required.
Of course, I'll be like, wait, hold on, teacher, wait. I didn't follow that. That's all I usually mean all the time, whenever I'm just learning stuff. Okay. I need definitely fix this clutter just a little bit. Calculate direction. Oh, I haven't used this for a long while. So
it takes in a vector and a rotator. It asks for velocity. We can provide acceleration to get a locomotion angle based off of it as well. I'll go ahead and grab both our velocity 2D and acceleration 2D vector variables, and I'll go ahead and get a second calculate direction node here. I'll plug velocity into one and acceleration into the other.
okay. So I know it asks for velocity here. So we're also going to use acceleration for our velocity in the second one. And we don't. Okay, I don't question. I'm just go listen.
Now we need the
Let 'em cook.
rotation. So I'm going to go ahead and get our character component, drag out from it, and I'm going to get the current rotation with the get actor rotation function. I'll now plug this rotator into both of the calculate direction nodes. I'm not going to worry too much about keeping these graphs clean and tidy in this video, as I don't want it to go on for too long.
Me neither. But
I'll go ahead and plug both of those calculate direction functions into our variables. Okay, that's going to be it for our event graph setup for the time being. We have the movement related variables that we need, but we still need a reference to our trajectory. Now, I tried following the pattern. Looks like I accidentally disconnected these, so I'm reconnecting them now. They should be connected already in your case. So I tried following the pattern of casting to the character, swapping this out to the third person character, getting the trajectory component we added, and setting a variable reference, but I just couldn't actually pull the trajectory struct out of that component doing it that way. I'm not entirely sure why that is. To get around that issue, I'm going to open up.
so I'm assuming he was trying to do this. Get component. Get component by class and try to get the character trajectory component, and then set the CRA check for read. I'm saying that's what he was trying to do. I'll be honest, I'm gonna make sure that this circuit component is actually valid. So real quick, find reference. We're going to make a call, and actually not here, not where this was at, but right here. Get valid. And just to make sure the directories work, that the component has the trajectory stuff. All right. That the actor has the trajectory stuff. If not, this is going to tell it to stop.
The content drawer and create a blueprint interface. And I'm going to name it BPI, click on it, and it takes me to a separate graph for this function specifically. If there wasn't a return value input, I'll compile skeletal mesh this mesh by calling the get anim instance. I'm going to now plug in our character trajectory component into the chain begin play. So this gets inside.
Okay, we got.
Now we can finally begin setting up our animation graph. So
Okay.
I'm going to create 2 state machines. One for locomotion
Hmm.
and one for all movement. So I'll create a second state machine and I'll name it movement. I named the locomotion 1 locomotion, and I did not mention that as I was typing.
Locomotion, and this one's go for movement.
From the locomotion state machine, I'm going to save a pose, which I'm going to name locomotion. And this is a super useful node, as you can save a pose and then recall it pretty much anywhere else within your graph. So in this case,
they call it cache.
State machine.
So
and I'm
for those
going
who don't
to
know,
two
it's
states.
I'll
One,
right click.
I'm going to do grounded, and one which I'm going to
CACHE and gets the new save
I'll
cache.
plug these
That's it.
into each other, and inside the grounded state, I'm just going to use our locomotion.
Grounded in air. Okay. This is for that's for movement. Let's just focus on. This is a state, and he named this state grounded. And next one is there. And swimming from in the air, we just the way we get to in air is by checking if it's falling. And think it's here, check it's falling, but not. It's falling, but not. Okay.
To each other, and inside the grounded state, I'm just going to use our locomotion hash pose. And inside of our in air state, I'm just going to grab a fall loop animation.
Okay. I believe we have a fall state animation I could use real quick. Let me actually look into the looper. No, I'm thinking out. I was thinking way out. Get character. Oh, second. Content. Okay. Give this a color. There we go, and just looking for animation. Basically, the big animation. We're looking for fall. Let's see. Ledge, fall, crouch. Are mostly okay? Are mostly animations fruit? Okay. Okay, looking at this is mostly fall animations fruit, isn't it? Okay. Walk, fall. in there. Jump. Oh. Oh, we don't have, so we don't have that kind, oh. We don't have that kind of animation here. Okay. We have root, and we have some baked animations that are not rooted. So it's as mostly this is all mostly just root animations. How come I keep getting root animations that I can't use? No problem. Okay then. I have a backup. Yeah, I thought I'm not going to use Lyra, but I think I'll have to go and grab animations from Lyra. It's not because they have the animation I'm looking for. It's because the animation I have right now, well, it is because it has the animation I'm looking for. Because I thought most of the animation I have are not going to be mostly root, but it turns out some of it is. Where do I find it? Maybe actually animation, looking for animation composite. Animation. Just playing out animation. Animation sequence, that's what I'm looking for. Don't want to do anything with it, but due to all this, I'm going to migrate the animations. Okay, so what's gonna happen? So characters, oh my god, it's gonna have effects, basic materials, weapons. I don't want the effects, and I really don't care for the weapons. Oh, okay, maybe I will care for them. Maybe for this one right now, but right now I don't really care about the effects. And all I'm going to do is go back to preview, blending content, and work with this. Clear. Let me look into our thing. I think yes, they have a name differently. All right, cool. We are going to look at the animations, look at the actions, I think, and we're just going to basically do the same thing we did before. Retarget animations. That thing. Use this. Export target, and we're going to go into our here. We're going to go to our retarget, export like before, every target like that. Then back to here, export animation. I want to set a big animation, but I know for a fact I don't want a bigger folder. All I'm gonna basically do is create a new folder, make anim 2. I wonder if animations are named. Okay, some call it Flynn, some are Manny. I'm not going to try to replace search for all for Manny and Quinn. Just go straight into it. I gotta wait for it to bake and wait for it to do its thing. Now we gotta wait for it to think. And thinking has to wait. We have like 508. We download like 666 of them. And oh, there we go. We're duplicating the animation. That we have our dead animation done in our big animation. Okay. I'm just going to use this because I do not want to do I don't want to mess around with root motion animation. Let's see. Move out of the way. Go to back M2. God. There we go. Wait a second. These are the animations that I'm looking for. It's like, I know it says enable root motion, but these motions are not actually rooted. They're actually just like in place. I remember the challenge I did last time was like I grabbed the animations and all the animations were all root motion. Meaning if the character started moving from one place to another, that's a root motion. Like, that's mean like if it moves one point to another within the editor, that's what we call a root motion. That's why I won't call it root motion. And so far, finger is still weird. Placement still weird. According up, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Okay. Just want to do this. Let's see. Okay, we're back in there. We're going to do. Let's see. We have all. Excuse me. All. Land, all. This is one look. Jump ball. Okay, real quick. I thought we have jump. Okay, this is a little weird. I thought we have. I thought the animations are pretty much the same with the fruit bone. He's using the Kurami scaling. He's using his right Kurami. Is it because it's using a different animation? No, it shouldn't be. It's really. Oh, at the beginning, the right animation from here. Hold on a second. Okay, that was weird. I had to pull it out because I tried to find it, typing it. Jump, fall. It doesn't show up.
I'll compile. And now for the transition from grounded to an air, I'm just going to grab this is falling boolean that's already in the Manny animation blueprint from the start, and I'm going to connect it up to the result of the transition.
Mm-hmm.
For an air to grounded, I'm going to get the is falling boolean again, but I'm going to pass it through a not boolean operator and plug that into the result to invert it. And now we can go back and forth from that fall loop to our locomotion pose, which we're saving from the output of our locomotion state machine. So now I'll go ahead and plug movement into this control rig node here, and open up the locomotion state machine and add the locomotion states that we'll be using into it. I'm going to add a state which I'm going to name stop, a second state which I'm going to name start, a third.
Okay. Here we go. Movement, we're disconnecting through here. And see, two states, stop, start.
Which I'm going to name cycle, and a fourth which I'm going to name pivot. We're going to add
Cycle
a
and pivot.
transition from entry into stop, and that's because the stop is going to do double duty as an idle and as a stop state. I'm going to create a transition from stop into start, from start into cycle, and then from pivot into cycle. And now there are more transitions that need to occur here into stop and into pivot, but to keep things organized, I'm going to create an alias for both.
An alias. Now this is something I don't, I know I seen it, but I never used alias at all. And I'm very curious about how aliases work. state alias.
both stop and pivoting. And these aliases are kind of like stand-ins for your other states. You can select the ones that apply within the details panel, and then it can transition from any of those states into the state that the alias transitions into. So I can drag and create a transition from the stop alias to stop and from the pivot alias to pivot. And if the
I think I get it.
of the transition rule is met for this alias, then any state we have selected here will transition into pivot using this alias. So I'll go ahead and select.
Hold on a second. Repeat that again. This alias is a completely new thing. I know about states, but I never actually messed with alias.
Stop and into pivot. But to keep things organized, I'm going to create an alias for both stop and pivoting. And these aliases are kind of like stand-ins for your other states. You can select the ones that apply within the details panel, and then it can transition from any of those states into the state that the alias transitions into. So I can drag and create a transition from the stop alias to stop and from the pivot alias to pivot. And if the condition of the transition rule is met for this alias, then any state we have selected here will transition into pivot using this alias.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and select all setting for both of these. And we won't get stuck in a loop because an alias cannot enter into itself. So even if stop is selected, it's going to not apply and keep going in and out of the stop state. So that won't be an issue here. The same for
Okay. All right, I'm just gonna let's do this thing. See if I get it. But he wants to set them like all for stop, start, slash, pivot for all of them. I think.
Next, let's set up our transition rules, and this is where we're going to make use of the calculations that we made in our event graph. From stop to start, we're going to use the should move boolean that is already here by default inside of the mannequin, or Manny, I keep calling it mannequin animation blueprint. And that's just calculated by taking that acceleration, which is
I just call him
input,
man.
checking if it is not equal to 0, while also checking if ground speed is greater than 3,
Mhm.
and ground speed is just the magnitude of velocity along the x and y axes.
Mhm.
So if should move is true, we transition into start. For the stop alias transition, we're going to check if should move is not true. So I'll run it through another not boolean operator. So now
I'm
if we
boolean.
should not move, then we go into stop.
Okay.
If we should move, we go from start. If we should move, we should go from stop into start. Once we're in start, we have the option to either go into stop, pivot, or cycle. So let's go ahead and set up that transition into cycle. We're going to get our current ground speed float, and I'm going to get a property access node to reference the character movement component in a thread-safe manner from our animation graph. Inside the property access node, I'll get our character movement component, and I'm going to search for its max walk speed variable.
What the heck?
And we're going to check if ground speed is greater than or equal to max walk speed, and plug that into the result for our animation graph. For our transition.
Wait.
For its max walk speed variable. And we're going to check.
Max box. Okay, so movement component, max walk speed. Also, this is completely new. I didn't know I could do that. Like I could just create property half. No. Property access? Yes, property access. Okay, that's something completely new. I didn't know for a while. Okay.
Check if ground speed is greater than or equal to
need to let this thing save because I just save. I'm usually a saver that just like I always hit the Control Shift S. Oh my god, I'm supposed to do some stuff with the little bit of stuff on 5.4. The only thing I got far is like the only thing I got far is the retarget stuff, like new retarget stuff where it now just auto creates a IK targeter for your for the characters that you try and retarget. I think now think about it, I only tested it out on just for humanoids. I haven't figured to try testing it for four-legged people, the dogs and cats and those type of animals. Obviously they do the same thing. Although it'll be very funny to see a cat trying to pose like a human. If that can that actually work? Hold on a second. I'm curious now. Let me pause on the let me pause on that and let me actually grab let me just grab an animal. We're going for cat. Just why not? Let me get the saving let the savings can go on ahead before I push anything in. The thing when importing animations from projects is when there's animations that are like larger than what you're expecting, I just don't expect it taking a lot of time. I mean, it takes a lot of time now, but it definitely takes a long time. Yeah. Like right now, the idea right now is like I'm just curious if the human character can get the pose human pose for the cat. Because I don't know, I just want to see things go a little crazy a little bit. So real quick, I'm actually just grabbing a mall from the marketplace that had for a long time, and just try and grab a domestic cat. I don't think did I bought? No, I don't think I bought. I think I had for a long time. Got it when it was free. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to go. I'm going back to heroes. Going back to the animations. I'm going to go pick one animation. We're going to retarget, and we're going to go pick cat. And I'm not expecting anything. It's just regular. Okay. Well, we can see the cat walk backwards. I think it's doing a fruit. Wait. The cat's bobbing. Means working. It's working a little properly with that. Okay. 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 It was working. Okay. It doesn't do. It's not that crazy. It's not that crazy where it's gonna make the cat. Make the cat do poses on the left and right. Although, I think that there is a possibility to do that. I mean, I actually remember to talk with my friends on how to actually get the cat to talk, to animate like humans, but not right now.
To a shared transition rule, which is going to be named cycle, and that way we can assign the shared rule.
Wait, he said a shared rule for cycle. Hold on a second.
Character movement component, and I'm going to start feed transition role, which is going to be named cycle, and that way.
Okay, so it's like this. C, Y. Called cycle. That's in the. Okay.
Way we can assign the shared rule to our transition from pivot into cycle. Now both of these transitions share the same logical rule, and if we change one.
Wait. You mean? If I put cycle, it just basically has it's the same thing as the one I have created. Oh my god. There's a lot I was missing out. Oh my god.
The other gets updated automatically to match. Finally, we have the most complicated transition of our state machine, the pivot transition. We are going to compare our 2D velocity to our 2D acceleration. And we're going to check if the direction of our 2D acceleration is opposed to the direction of our 2D velocity. And we can do that quite easily by using the dot product function. I'm going to go ahead and normalize these vectors so that we get to the output in a range of 0 to 1 from the dot product. So I'll run each of these through a normalized node, and I'll get the dot product of the normalized vectors. I'm just going to check if this float is less than 0, and if it is, then the direction of these two vectors will, on a 360-degree range, they would be at least 90 degrees apart. So I'll go ahead and compile, save, and go back into our state machine. And now we can start filling in our state logic. I'll go ahead and go into the cycle state, and I'm going to create a motion match matching node.
Okay.
Okay. Now that we have this node, I'm going to plug it into the output animation pose. I'm going to supply it with a database now.
1 second. That's in the cycle. Okay. Motion matching node. Like this.
Which is not in the project, is we need to create that now. So what we can do is open our content drawer, right click, and go into the animation section, into the motion matching section.
Okay. Let's go back in baking. Then we go into here and go to animation, motion matching, and pose search animation, pose search database.
And create a motion database. I'll name this one mdb_cycle. I'll open it up, and it requires some assets here.
Okay. Let me look through this again. We're going for animation. We're going to look into search schema. Is this what we're looking? No, I don't think this is the right one. Let's see. We have. What else we have for motion matching? Conversation set. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I have it. Yeah. Yeah, I see. This is the one? This is not the one. And okay, last one. Blueprints that we're looking for. Oh, I'm looking down here. Motion matching, called pose. Stop. Pose search database. Okay, I think this is the one.
I'll open it up, and it requires some assets here that we'll need to reference. It has an option for a configuration file, a normalization set, and a preview mesh. I'll go ahead and assign the mannequin as the preview mesh, and I'll create a configuration file asset from the drop-down menu, which I'll place in the same animations folder, and I will name it MDC for motion database config underscore Lyra underscore unarmed, and I will say.
Okay, I have these named different. So I have to have a. First thing I have to have I have a post search database with before the cycle. The second one is something else, which is I need to have the I think I call this the PBS, pose search schema, and a pose search normalization set. Then we renamed his pose search normalization set. PSNS. That's a lot of words to work with. And this is our config file. So this is going to be for the
Save it. For this project, I'm just going to use one config. It'll really not sure off the top of my head what this normalization set does. I do know it is not required, and I did not take the time to figure it out in my previous experimentation with motion matching, so I'm going to
Run in
cover
blind.
this in this video. Eventually, I do want to make a more conclusive motion matching tutorial once motion matching is out of the experimental phase in the end.
Wait.
And by then, I should...
Okay, so let me look at this. The database will have a cycle. It goes in here, and this and if I go back and open up this again, it'll just be repeating itself. And so far, he's telling me it's not needed.
Should definitely know what this.
This makes me feel like I wish I was at
now
the Game Development Conference.
Database configuration file. It requires a skeleton, which I provided, and it can be given.
Okay, the schema. I think I got the wrong one. Wait, no, this is the right one.
Given a mirror data table, I'm not going to do that, as we are not going to be mirroring the animations in this system. It has two channels by default, and these channels are the metrics that the motion matching uses to compare the character's pose and trajectory to the animation's pose and trajectory.
Okay, dumb question. I'm just curious. Can I run this now and see if it works? I see the trajectory. Wait, what step effect? Oh. Two step, we don't need it. Okay, no. So nothing's happening. Okay.
And well, what we see here is that there is a trajectory panel and a pose channel. And that is because we don't have to only compare trajectory and pose. We can compare trajectory or pose or all sorts of other channels. Motion matching can compare any of these metrics here, and they can be a bit, well, complicated.
Overwhelming, actually. But yeah.
Crashing legs one is quite useful. It has a good description here, and it's probably the only one that I've used other than trajectory channel or pose channel. These are the two main ones, and the crashing legs can help to avoid foot crossing. I didn't bother getting it set up in the previous system, so I'm not going to cover it in this video, but you're welcome to experiment with it yourself, and I encourage that you do. It might give you some warnings if you have it inside the database configuration. At least a friend of mine encountered some warnings, but it still worked properly for him. Motion matching is experimental, so it isn't going to work perfectly, and it isn't going to be entirely stable yet. I'm going to leave the trajectory channel values at their defaults, and by default, it samples the trajectory 0.4 seconds in the past, and it samples its position. It also checks the trajectory at the current frame and samples the velocity and facing direction for that current frame. It checks it in the future twice, at 0.35 seconds in the future and at 0.7 seconds in the future. And we can see that each of these samples have this flag section, and it's a drop down, and we can choose the metrics of the trajectory point that we're measuring.
Okay.
For now, I'm going to leave these at the default values. Again, I really do encourage you to experiment with these values yourself. It's the best way to gain an understanding of how they affect the motion matching system and motion matching output. Moving on to the pose channel.
Y'all said this one's going for the past, this one's in the present, this one's going
spine bones,
the future, and the future.
I'm going to have it track the velocity and position of...
Okay. And the next one, the pose, is doing
that by matching output. Moving on to the pose channel,
Mhm.
I'm going to add a bone for it to check. I'm going to have it check a spine bone, specifically the spine 5 bone. And I'm going to...
Alright, let's see if I can check for a bone here. I don't think we have a spine 5, but I'm going to use a spine 3 for it now.
You have it track the velocity and position of that bone at a weight of 1. That is something I forgot to mention up here, is that you can provide a weight for each of these points for everything you're sampling and everything you're using in motion matching. Give it a weight, and that determines how much it contributes to the final output pose. And what the spine does, at least what I'm hoping for it to do, is to help stabilize the overall pose and motion of the character.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and save this configuration file and close out of it, and now we can add our animation sequences. There are a few different ways we can do this. We can add one at a time by clicking to add a sequence, clicking into the item, and then selecting the asset. I prefer to just open up the content drawer, navigate over into the file, and search up the assets I want and drag them all in together. I'll go ahead and search mf underscore unarmed underscore jog.
Right. Wait, can I actually do that in here? No, we can just do it. We just do this regularly. It's just like, it's called the bake mf underscore unarmed jog.
And I'm going to select the cycle animations, the ones that loop, and not bother with pivots.
Okay, so we're just looking for loop. Okay, I think the backward loop. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I get it. Backwards. Another pivot. Another stop. Forward. Left. Right.
R2 stops, as those will be in separate databases. So with the 4 of these selected, I'll bring them in, and we can see that the motion database configuration file tracks whether or not an animation has root motion and whether or not it loops. Now this is important. The root motion helps it to evaluate the trajectory, and if an animation loops, well, you can affect the cost of a looping animation. By default, the cost is reduced by 0.005 for the calculation that determines the output pose.
Wait, so so for these animations, these need do these animations need root motion? So real quick, I think I have another animation one I want to grab real quick. I mean, it's just a big. Does that mean dog? Like for example, this thing. This has a root motion. Not looping, read only. Okay, okay. Single root motion, save, and let's try again. What if I take off the enable root motion and just do that? What would that do? Okay. That's a bit interesting. I did. Okay. Just so you know, I'm not the smartest dude when it comes to stuff like this. So this is actually new to me. This is actually completely new. I was expecting something else, but okay. Why is interesting? Let's focus on this because that has the what I'm probably looking for at the moment.
It's going to favor looping animations, and you can increase or decrease this cost. I'm going to leave it at the default value. So it will only favor looping animation if it knows that it loops. It'll only apply that cost change if it knows that it loops. So when you have an animation, you need to make sure that loop is checked. And if root motion is animated, you definitely want to check enable root motion so that it can be processed properly. Alright, that's going to be it for our cycle database. I'll close out of it and select it for our motion matching node. Next, I'll get our trajectory by clicking the drop down next to our trajectory in our details panel, getting our character trajectory component and getting its trajectory.
Alright, real quick, let me go back to here. You mentioned a lot.
Trajectory cycle database. I'll close out of it and select it for our motion matching node. Next, I'll get our trajectory by clicking the drop down next to our trajectory in our details panel, getting our character trajectory.
Alright, now for this. That's for our trajectory, but we don't have trajectory doesn't exist. They may have took it out. They may have taken that out.
Component and getting its trajectory structure property. I'll compile and save, and now we've provided the motion matching with 2 of the 3 things.
But is that actually something it might be something we actually might need, maybe? I might need. Let's see. Store blend pose. We're looking at play rate. Selected. No. Let's see what we have right now. Locomotion movement. Movement is just grounded. Is this? There with that. Okay, so we don't have.
Because it needs. It also needs a pose history, which is not something we supply it with in its details panel. Instead, we need to add a pose history node to our graph, and I'm going to add that here after our locomotion state machine, like that.
Make the pose history. Okay. Pose history. Okay. Oh, that's where the trajectory's at. Let's go here. Let's go for trajectory component. Okay.
I'll plug it in, and I'm going to add 3 bones for it to track the pose history of.
Okay.
The 3 same bones that we have established.
Put L, put R, and I. Okay.
In our motion database configuration file. Put right, put left, and spine 5.
Oh, not spine 1, spine 3.
And go back into our locomotion state machine. And now
Okay.
we're going to do one more thing in this cycle state. We're going to perform orientation warping using an orientation warping node. And we're going to put this node into graph mode. As this will use the root motion of the animation and automatically determine the offset required for orientation warping to function properly for that animation. this is important. You cannot use graph mode if your animations do not have root motion animated and you don't have root motion enabled in the asset to process it. So you'll have to make sure that you have root motion in the animations. You should anyway because you're using motion matching, and you'll need root motion for it to evaluate the trajectory properly as far as I am aware.
Okay.
If you would prefer to use manual mode with motion matching, the best workflow I could think of would be for each of these animations to create a curve that corresponds with the locomotion angle offset required, and then read the curve value at runtime, given the name with a get curve value node, and use that to offset the locomotion angle for orientation warping. And that way, as motion matching switches between different animations, the curve will constantly update. I'll go ahead and get our velocity locomotion angle and plug that into this node. And now we need to give it some settings.
Okay, so for the for orientation animation,
I'm not
I'm trying to remember right off the top of my head, but I don't have that remember on top of my head real quick.
and now and take code into animation warping. Now this is animated workflow that corresponds with the locomotion angle offset required, and then read the curve value at runtime.
Curve value like this.
Get curve value node.
Okay.
And use that to offset the locomotion angle for orientation warping. And that way, as motion matching switches between different animations, the curve will constantly update.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and get our velocity locomotion angle and plug that into this node.
So that's gonna be something within the
settings.
we have to do within the animation.
Orientation warping node in detail here.
And this is the locomotion angle bit plus the stuff that's there.
So I definitely recommend you go reference that for further explanation
as
on
a
how this node works and how to set it up. But all you need to know for this video
as a
is
filter, I
that
think.
it can change the orientation of the character to extend the coverage. It can rotate the legs and spine so that if we're playing a forward animation, the character's poses could be warped to run at a 45-degree angle instead of straight ahead at a 0-degree angle. And this is really how the locomotion angle is used and plays into it, is that determines the amount of warping. I'll go ahead and supply it with all 5 spine bones. Spine 1, spine 2.
Spine bones. I only have 3. Spine 1, spine 2, spine 3. IK foot pro definition is required.
Spine 3, spine 4, and finally spine 5. Next, I'll provide it with the IK foot root bone, which is named IK foot root, and both IK feet bones, IK foot left and IK foot right.
Okay. I need to check that out later. Sorry. I think my Discord just came out. My Discord sign just came out. Real quick. Real quick, everyone. I'm back.
The control rig that's in this graph by default handles aligning the foot bones with the IK bones that are being moved by the orientation warping node. I'll go ahead and
Let me get the IK.
compile. And I'm going to copy all the nodes inside of this cycle state. And I'm going to paste them into the stop state. But instead of using our velocity-based
Okay, so most of the stuff for now is just going to be more like a copy paste.
locomotion angle, I'm going to create a function that will be bound to the onBecomeRelevant binding of the out animation pose node inside of the state. And it is going to be named
On post
node inside of the state. And it is going to be named set up stop state. If you're not familiar with how these bound functions work, any animation node in a graph can have functions bound to 3 distinct bindings. On initial update, which is the first time the node is updated. On become relevant, which is when the node first begins contributing to the output pose of the animation graph. What's useful about this binding specifically is that it occurs for 1 frame as the node begins contributing to the output pose, and then it doesn't get called again until the node stops contributing and starts again. So if we switch into the stop state, the moment the output pose here starts contributing to the output pose of
Okay. All right.
our animation graph, the onBecomeRelevant binding gets called.
I'm gonna find it called. Okay.
Then it doesn't on the next frame, and if we leave the stop state and enter back into it, it begins contributing again for the first time when it didn't contribute on the previous frame. And if it starts contributing again when it did not contribute on the previous frame, the onBecomeRelevant function binding will be called again. So what we can do inside of this function is we can get our locomotion angle for velocity, and we can set a new variable, which is going to be named locomotion angle underscore stop. And this means to kind of freeze our locomotion angle as we stop providing.
Locomotion. Okay.
Input or orientation warping in our stop state. I'm going to plug this variable into our orientation.
Okay. Go back to stop. We're not using the velocity, we're still use stop. How much setup for it?
Warping node. And I'm doing this because the locomotion angle is calculated with velocity.
Mm-hmm.
And as velocity moves towards 0, the angle is going to eventually turn to 0 when the velocity vector is 0. And that can cause issues with the orientation warping, as we stop, our angle hasn't really changed, we just stopped moving. And so to not confuse the system, we want to set our stop angle each time we start up the stop state and begin transitioning into it. Next, we need a new motion database, so I'm going to duplicate these.
Okay, I figured we were going to need a new motion database. I was wondering if it was a new motion database. Okay. Okay. This is going to be stop. And I'm assuming we're going to get rid of all these and use the ones that stop. Big dog. And we're looking for stop. No. MF. Dog. And we're looking for stop. There we go. Right.
cycle database, and I'm going to rename it to ndb_stop. I'll click into it, I'll clear out the jog cycle animations, and I'll navigate into our animations folder and search mf_unarmed to ampersands and stop to search for animations within both of these, and I'll actually go ahead and do that again for jog. This will isolate the 4 animations we need. I'll drag them in and save. That's going to be it for our stop state initial setup. Moving on to the start state.
Okay, so we're doing the same thing over and over again for each and every one of them. Stop. Okay. Next one.
I'm going to paste what we copied from the cycle state.
You go ahead and copy this. Paste. We're going over here. We'll duplicate. Let me just start. And then we're going to get rid of the sorry about that.
Leave the velocity locomotion angle in and just create a new motion database for starts.
Okay. Back here. MF _ unarmed jog start. There we go. Grab these, select these, move these. Okay.
I'll copy the stop database or the cycle database, it doesn't really matter. I'll rename it to mdb_start and swap the animations for the start animations instead of the stop or cycle animations. Back in our animation blueprint, I'll select the start database. Finally, we have our pivot state.
Okay. And we'll make sure these are. This is for the start, I think, yeah. Oh, cool.
We'll go ahead and paste what we've copied and create a new motion database one more time.
Motion, and just for the pivot. Pivot. Okay. Same as before. We go back to fake. We're going to for unarmed. Dog is okay. I'm curious. What's the pivot? What does the pivot do? Backward to forward. Okay, I get it. Let's remove. No, that's not it. one here. And let's go get rid of start. Okay.
I'll copy one of the existing ones, rename it to mdb_pivot, and put in our 4 jogging pivot animations, while removing the previous animations that were in the database. There is one thing I did forget. We need to go back into the stop database and add the idle animation in. I forgot to do that.
Wait. Okay, so we only need a stop. For stop, you need a idle animation. Idle ready, on break. Okay. F. So what the heck is break? Okay. Either way, let me see if I can distract one of them here.
This is because, again, our stop state is pulling double duty as an idle state as well. Okay. Back in our animation state for pivoting, I'll swap the database to the new pivot database. Now, we need to change up how we apply orientation warping for pivots.
Quick, hold on a second. Before I do any of that, let's make sure we have our state top and okay, we have all of it.
Our pivots actually start going in one direction and then switch to another. If we use velocity, our velocity will do a 180-degree shift, and it's going to move towards 0, and that's going to make the locomotion angle think that we're rotating towards moving forward and then rotating the other way. It's not a super accurate measure for single-axis switches in direction. So what we need to do is start out by using our acceleration locomotion angle and then swap to our velocity. And so we are going to do that corresponding to the points in the pivot animation where we switch from moving one direction to moving the other. I'm going to click on the output animation pose node, and I'm going to add a function bound to its onUpdate binding, and this will get called every time the animation node this is bound to is updated. And I am going to name this update pivot state. And inside of here, I'm going to get our acceleration and our velocity locomotion angle, and I am going to get a select node. I'm also going to create a new float variable, which is going to be named locomotion angle underscore pivot.
Okay, so let me go duplicate that. Locomotion angle pivot. There we go.
I'll pull that in, plug it in between the entry and return nodes for the function. I'll plug the result of the select node into the set node for the new variable. And now I'm going to get the logic for our transition into the pivot state. I'll select everything that's in here, go back into our update function and paste it. And so we're going to take the
Okay, wait a second. Are we talking about? If we're talking about this, not that one. Oh, no. Which one? What are we talking about?
The result. Go back into our update function and the logic or transition into the pivot state.
Oh, this logic. Okay.
I'll select everything that's in here, go back into our update function and paste it. And so we're going to take the resulting boolean of this calculation and plug it into the select node. So if our velocity and acceleration are in opposition, we're going to use our acceleration locomotion angle. We'll plug that into the true. If they're aligned, we'll use velocity. And this will switch at the right moment to ensure that our legs do not swizzle around with the orientation warping while pivoting.
Okay. I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot more work. Let me try out right now. See how it looks. Okay, works here. Not working. Still not working. Okay. It's looking very funky. Right now, it's just kind of looking
Now
very
we'll
funky.
plug the pivot locomotion angle into the orientation warping node.
Don't even pivot. Here we go. Get that. Put that here. Okay. Nope.
And finally, let's just go ahead and check and see what things look like now that we have motion matching in each of these states. We're not done with our setup. We're definitely not done because it looks like we're in the cycle state. I may have made a mistake. But I do want to see what things look like thus far and check for those sorts of mistakes, which we have one. I did not change the stop states motion matching node so that it would use the stop database, and it was still using the cycle database. So now, that's better.
Oh, hello. Mine's still using the start. Now I need to change it. There we go. Run it, save. Let's try again. So, okay, so I'm not getting that. We got pivot, we got this. It's doing something. We have to stop. We have to stop state. The stop state does should do exactly what it's supposed to do. Based on what I'm being told. Then there is I think orientation. I mean, I'm just saying words. It's like I'm saying words right out of my mouth without even thinking about it. And there's start and there's cycle. Does that, but it's like when it starts, it's going the different angle. So maybe I got the orientation for to start from.
The transitions do not look great, and the next steps that I'm going to take are going to address the transitions directly. This is not going to make the transitions look perfect. The transitions are always the most difficult part of most animation systems to get looking right when using multiple states and switching between them. So you may want to invest more time to fine-tune things yourselves, but I am going to do the following. I'm going to change the transition rule for every single
Real quick, I need to check your start to see if I need to change anything in the start.
Put this node into graph mode, as this will use the root motion of the animation,
Gotcha.
change the orientation of
Gotcha.
but instead of using
Gotcha.
distinct bindings on initial update pose here, called again. So what we can do inside of this function is we can get our locomotion angle for velocity, and we can set a new variable which is going to be named locomotion angle underscore 0. The angle is going to eventually turn to 0 in the jog cycle of animations, and I'll angle in, and just create a new motion database for starts of the stop for single axis switches in direction. And so what we need is bound to is updated. And I am going to name this update pivot state. Moving one direction to moving the other direction. Our velocity. This is because again our stop state is
I'm just making this looking for
database. One more database.
start. All right.
Finally, we have our blueprint. I'll select the start database.
Okay, so it's doing exactly what it's looking for. So motion matching is doing exactly what it's doing. It's now just the trajectory just kind of doing. It's just the something's so funky around here. That's the only thing we'd be able to conquer. So it's not. So it ain't that. We make sure that we have our composition here. We're running right now is the thing saying exists. It does not. It does not tell us it exists in the component. Okay. Okay. No, I don't want to do all this. I don't want to go through a. Here, you want to go ahead and do this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go into. I'll go in the core, just go into new folder blueprint. Quickly just create a new class called a blueprint interface, call it project. I'm just returning get trajectory component. Get the character trajectory. And return boolean. Just call turn. This one's will be in the, oh my god, blue. Blueprint. I'm looking. I'm just trying to remember where it is. This will be in third person. It's gonna be in blueprint. Look we here. Okay. Then I guess grab that thing. Keep an eye out for projector. Oh, the projector component. I think I got back. I think I need to actually turn the trajectory. File, go back here, file. Wait. File. Oh, there we go. How about to say? Go in here, save, go into here. Get trajectory. And set like it. File and crashed. Oh, I was wondering if it's gonna crash or not. Oh. Let's see, let's try again. Run it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and let's see if this works. Okay. Maybe not actually not working right. I mean, it's running. It's doing the thing, but I don't think it's actually doing. It's not exactly doing the thing I hope it was doing. Backwards. I mean, looking right. Oh my god, like I said, I'm not really this smart on doing these type of things. It's just like something I'll hoping to get either get applied and done with, but it looks like maybe something has changed, something has worked up here. Okay. Velocity to the left. Yep. I think I'm not getting the. I'm not getting the right one. Go on. Okay. Nose is falling. Does that? Should move.
Finally, we have our pivot state. I'll go ahead and paste what we've copied and create a new motion grid.
Okay. Actually, let's take a look at the cycle real quick. Scobies is doing start. It's going to stop, start, and cycle. And then when I stop, it's going to jump and stop alias, I think. Do that. And if I move around, it's going to pivot. It should pivot, I think. Right now, I think things not pivoting. Right? Okay. It does a pivot. It's just I think the cycle is not really. Okay. I move the start. Okay, I don't think we need looping. One more second. It's not right. Okay. So if we look at it backwards, that's backward. Disable looping, just yeah.
Database one more time. I'll copy one of the existing ones, rename it to mdb_pull.in, plug it in between the entry and return nodes for the function. Most animation systems do get looking right when using multiple states and switching between them.
Oh man, let's go with that. Do some fine tuning.
I'm
But
going to change the transition
I think I
rule
want to kind of stop right here.
for-
Actually, the only two things I actually gone through is basically just the motion matching animations and just a little bit on the new retargeting system. But this one's just kind of straightforward and easy to understand. This one I need to actually know how to do the motion matching animation to actually get working. I got the basic doing, but I'm not very smart of it. And procedural content generation, I think I'll spend another stream on that. Probably I'll do some stuff off stream. I'm gonna spend a little more stream to learn a little bit more about the procedural content. And I think on motion matching animation, I think I'll just learn a bit more and try to get all that taken care of off stream. So yeah, so the animation that I'm following the tutorial for, it's actually working properly. But anyway, that's kind of gonna be it for it. I know it's not much, and I'm pretty much like what I'm thinking about the Unreal Engine 5.4. It's like it's mostly just some bug fixes, but they're now just pushing in the motion matching animations to as I say, it's ready and running. Retargeting system is actually also ready and running. I actually like it. I actually like the new retargeting system, where I don't where back then I have to create my AK for this one. It creates it for me. So that one part's kind of working properly. I wish the model I used was I'd say a bit more better, but I'll do what I make. I'll kind of do what I make do, and I really have I haven't gotten into procedural content generation. Just want I'm more interested in trying to get into that one in a later time, but I'll try again in a next stream. But this is all I'm gonna do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. If you like the stream, hit the follow button on Twitch or subscribe to me on YouTube. Either way, thank you for coming by. Thank you for watching. And I'll see y'all next time. All right. Bye bye.